This is the end of our dragon fruit harvest. It's the first harvest for these new plants. And as I promised in a previous video, as soon as it is finished bearing, we are going to be pruning. Our objective in this pruning exercise is to remove any of the excess branches, anything that is lapping over another one, that is preventing sunlight and air from penetrating this structure will be removed. Anything that is showing any disease spots. So in just a moment, I am going to start the pruning exercise. So please keep watching. Thanks for staying. Welcome to the Calyx Services Garden. I am Thelma, and we're going to get right into the pruning exercise. And the first thing I want to share with you are the very simple tools that will be used. I have a hand pruner, a small curved knife to get into small spaces, and a longer knife if needed. In between cuts, I'll place the tools in a solution of equal parts of 3% hydrogen peroxide and water to sanitize them. I'll also place the cut end of stem segments in this solution. The first thing I'm going to do is really look at the plant closely. This one has quite a few branches. Look at this branch. From the time it came above the structure, its intention was to send out as many branches as possible. And I'm looking at 8 side branches. This single branch produced 14 side branches. And really, we do not want such an overcrowded situation in the middle. And I'm going to remove this branch. You see, it's a bit paler than the others. I noticed that we're getting a little sunburn. We're in the height of summer. And I should also point out that we took steps to label each branch because we're going to be using these as planting material. And as I mentioned, we have 2 varieties here. Until I found out what the varieties were, I assigned the letter R to the variety that had a reddish tinge at the tips of the flowers, and the letter Y to the variety with pure yellow flowers. Subsequently, I found out that R is the variety called Physical Graffiti, a very nice name, and Y, the variety called American Beauty. So as I continue the pruning, I'm looking at this branch of American Beauty, and it appears to be holding back the growth of a few other branches. So I'm going to remove it. It's all curved around, and this curved section is really not good for planting material. So I'm going to cut it here, so that I can get this lovely tip portion, which is excellent for propagation. Okay, next one as we examine, this one is crossing, but of course I have to be careful which branches I leave, and what I want to leave are those branches that are going upwards, because as you see, these are rather close to the ground, and if I leave those that are on the upper side, then they are likely to send the new growth upwards. As I continue the pruning, let me just point out that I'll be removing 5 types of materials. 1, branches that, such as this one, that are crossing, that is, that are resting on other branches. The second item I'll be looking out for are branches that are impeding the free movement around the plant. I'll also be looking for long branches that are too close to the ground. This one has an aborted fruit, and it is lying on top of the other branches, so it's a prime candidate for being removed. I'll also remove the last segment of this long branch. The 4th category of materials to be removed consists of diseased, damaged, or otherwise unthrifty branches. And the 5th type of materials I'd be looking for are any small tip segments. All right, so I've done essentially a quarter And you see how many cuttings I've gotten. And this is actually quite good as it is. It has the umbrella shape and a lot more air is coming through, more light. And the thing to do now is to make sure it doesn't get too crowded. So I'm going to continue doing this in the other section of this structure as well as the other one and show you the final results. I've completed the pruning and let me tell you it was quite a workout. It took about 30 minutes. I hope those of you who are really sensitive about hurting plants don't feel too badly. But I think the results are great improvement over the overcrowding that was there before. We have achieved a good umbrella shape where most of the branches, they occupy their own space and can therefore send out the young shoots and absorb as much of the sunlight as they need. And of course, the results we are looking for are healthier stems and lots of sweet dragon fruits. This simple exercise of pruning really resulted in a lot of planting materials. You're seeing on the screen all of the materials we removed, and we're going to sort them, and very soon I'm going to be propagating them, but that's for another video. Actually, we've started working on a dragon fruit propagation demo, and I'll bring you the results as soon as they're available. So until then, take a look at the previous 2 dragon fruit videos that we have posted, as well as some of the other topics. Take care. Bye-bye.